So, da bin ich wieder. Funktioniert alles wieder. Es war halt ein bisschen, zumindest für mich, blöd. Aber ich werde mich jetzt diese Woche noch drum kümmern, dass mir, also ich habe hier schon eine neue Soundkarte liegen. Beziehungsweise überhaupt mal eine Soundkarte und dass die eingebaut wird. Ich meine, könnte ich zwar theoretisch selber, aber irgendwie, also ich habe es probiert, mein Gehäuse ist da etwas komisch. Also es ist kein Standardgehäuse. Und deswegen brauche ich da dann wahrscheinlich doch Hilfe. Ja. Und wir machen jetzt weiter. Diese Soundfehler treten zum Glück nur sehr selten auf, aber halt immer wieder regelmäßig. Das ist halt echt nervig. Ich habe auch schon mal probiert, den Treiber zu updaten, aber da installiert er halt immer wieder den alten Treiber und da habe ich noch keinen Weg wirklich gefunden, das zu unterbinden. Nee, ist es auch nicht.
What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing and that awful stench, people
meine nur, ja.
So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
Ja, alles cool.
Gave it a go, but well,
it wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen. And I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Natürlich helfen wir.
And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Ah, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
So. Joey, was meinst du? Soll ich den Streamtitel nochmal ändern? Weil ich mache jetzt Nebenquests. Glaube ich. Ne. Könnte eine gute Idee sein. Mach, wie dir beliebt, ja. So. Jetzt mache ich hier mal Teil 9. So. Ach, jetzt weiß ich, was ich vergessen habe. So. Jetzt sprechen wir mal mit Hippokrates.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Valisthea, a culinary, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never failed to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbricois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
So. Jetzt haben wir, glaube ich, noch eine Quest zum Annehmen.
It seems the hideaway has lost its
So. Und dann muss ich gleich nochmal mit dem Schmied sprechen. Ah, Götz hat eine Aufgabe für uns.
What am I gonna do?
Über das seltsame Himmelsphänomen. Okay, sprechen wir mit ihm. Ich glaube, beim Anblick des Himmels kriegt jeder eine Gänsehaut. Aber ich werde nicht mit hängendem Kopf da sitzen und Däumchen drehen. Das habe ich in Dicharsia schon genug gemacht, als du gegen diesen schrecklichen Drachen gekämpft hast und dann gegen diesen noch schrecklicheren. Damit ist Schluss. Von jetzt an werde ich das tun, was ihr alle tut und richtig mit anpacken, egal wie sehr mir die Knie schlottern. Tante und Schledorn sollen doch nicht denken, ich wäre ein großer Jammerlappen. Mach dir um mich keine Sorgen. Mach einfach das, was du am besten kannst und rette die Welt. Auge um Auge.
Is everything all right, Gehts? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Rede mit ihr.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
So. Dann gucken wir nochmal auf der Karte. Okay, Auge um Auge. Tüfteln für Anfänger. Atrium mit den Kindern reden. Okay, dann machen wir jetzt erstmal Auge um Auge. Ach, da gibt's auch noch Quests. Okay. Machen wir jetzt erstmal Auge um Auge, dann holen wir uns die Quest noch und dann gehen wir ins Atrium. Kommen wir hier durch, dann kann ich gerade nochmal mit unserem Schmied sprechen. Zum blühenden Amboss. Okay, das ist alles schlechter als das, was wir haben. Es ist halt ein bisschen schade, dass es bei der Ausrüstung wirklich nur darum geht, was gerade am besten ist als Ausrüstungsgegenstand und dass nicht Waffen noch irgendwelche Vorteile haben oder so. So rüstest du halt immer nur das Beste aus und das war's dann. Aber das ist sicherlich auch ein bisschen dem Kampfsystem dann geschuldet. Stimmt, die Jagden muss ich auch nochmal weitermachen. Die habe ich bisher mal ausgeklammert. Aber das mache ich vielleicht kurz vorm Ende. Und jetzt bin ich natürlich wieder zu weit gelaufen. Wollte ja erst mit Sharon reden.
Lady Karen.
Oder Karen.
How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalymil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Wie selbst Clive quasi Angst vor Karen hat.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Triff dich in deiner Müll mit Götz. Okay, aber vorher gehen wir jetzt... Ah, nee, ich wollte ja noch mal in mein Zimmer, sonst vergesse ich das, mir die Briefe durchzulesen. Eine inständige Bitte. Lord Rossfield, ich bitte untertänigst um Verzeihung für diese überraschende und ungehörige Nachricht. Bedauerlicherweise bin ich durch äußere Umstände gezwungen, mich umgehend um Beistand zu bemühen und kann mich in dieser Angelegenheit einzig an euch wenden. Lord Byron hat mich mit einer höchst verzwickten Aufgabe betraut und ich befürchte, ich werde seine hohen Erwartungen mitnichten erfüllen können, da ich über einen entscheidenden Mangel an materialischer Veranlagung verfüge. Ich bin lediglich ein gewöhnlicher Hausdiener, kein Söldner. Meine Kraft genügt für die Verwaltung eines Anwesens. Doch leider nicht, um mich in zwielichtigen Gassen mit Banditen auseinanderzusetzen. Wenn ihr so gütig wärt, mich in Marthas Rast aufzusuchen, werde ich euch die Einzelheiten meiner misslichen Lage darlegen, my Lord. Ja.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be in Martha's Rest?
Ich habe schon lange gar nicht mehr meine Rufbelohnung nachgeguckt. Könnte ich jetzt auch noch mal machen. Oder ich spreche erstmal mit den Kindern und dann mache ich das und dann machen wir die Nebenquests, die außerhalb liegen.
The Emperor was impaled on his...
So.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Dann sprechen wir mal mit den Kindern.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well,
Not anymore, it's not. Oh,
How long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-near.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Welches Teil willst du dir genauer ansehen? Na, fangen wir mal mit dem Balken an.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Die Waagschalen.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goots? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
Das ist das letzte Teil, das Zahnrad.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
No, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
Ja, aber das Zahnrad
That's
fehlt
right.
noch.
We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future. she's showing us her secrets now so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Middledol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Was? Tja, ist die Frage, funktioniert das Zahnrad jetzt ohne? Das ist die Waage jetzt ohne das Zahnrad. Werden wir es jemals herausfinden?
Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
We're all gonna die! You hear me? I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
So. Sprechen wir mit Shirley.
Seems the hideaway is
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Also hat Sid das Zahnrad absichtlich nicht eingebaut, wenn ich das eben richtig mitbekommen habe.
If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should brush up on some of them myself.
So. Gut. Jetzt treffen wir uns erstmal in Dahlem. Nee, das wollte ich nicht. Wollte eigentlich, genau, Weltkarte öffnen. Okay. Ach ja, gut, wir können gerade gar nicht reisen. Reise zum Echo vom Kozid. Okay, das ist das Einzige, wo wir gerade hinreisen können. Naja, dann machen wir halt die Mainstory doch weiter. Obwohl ich eigentlich Nebenquests machen wollte. Aber vielleicht kann ich gleich hier nach Nebenquests wieder machen. Licht und Schatten.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
So. Ah ja. Jetzt können wir. Also hier gibt es auch eine Nebenquest. Wir gehen erstmal nach Nordstedt und lücken die Zutaten.
Nothing like a little unrest.
Okay, wir müssen erstmal durch die Stadt durch den Ort. Oder? Ja, doch, ist eine Stadt. Genau, hier durch. Dann Engelshaum an der Küste von Nordstedt, erlege Blaurückenweibern an der Küste von Nordstedt. Okay, das ist beides hier. Aber bevor ich das jetzt mache, gehe ich mal fix auf Toilette. Ich bin gleich wieder da. Da bin ich wieder. Welcher Controller? Da. Genau, sind jetzt hier in Nordstedt. Und dann gehen wir mal zu den Weibern. Okay, erstmal ein paar Silberschakale. Tja, das haut ganz gut rein mit dem Levelunterschied.
Apocrypha said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Muss ich jetzt mehrere Blaurückenweibern erlegen oder nur einen?
This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with.
Ja, Mann. Der ist ja flink. Ja, Quatsch. Ja. Ein bisschen Mist gebaut. Gut. Okay, da haut die Lebensflamme jetzt nicht so sehr rein. Bisschen weiterer wird. Blaurückenwagen erlegt. Habe ich jetzt. Aber jetzt habe ich nur einen Teil der Quest abgeschlossen. Jetzt habe ich den Wyvern Leben.
Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a
BB, danke. Ja, ich wollte gerade ausweichen. Ja. Der hört ja gar nicht mehr auf mit. Was ist das? Ach so, das war eine Warmutfertigkeit. Okay. Hatte mich gewundert, was das ist. Ja. Das sollte eigentlich reichen. Nochmal ins Kette. Dämonenschärpe. Okay. Wo muss ich... Ach, hier in dem Gebiet muss ich sammeln. Hätte ich hier vielleicht gar nicht hingemusst. Vielleicht ist das hier unten am Fluss. Ah, hier ist es. Ne, falscher Knopf.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Ja. So, bringen wir die Zutaten in Mollys Versteck. Dann reisen wir jetzt erstmal nach Dadamel oder Marthas Rast. Machen wir erstmal Marthas Rast. So.
The fates seem bent on driving me from my inn. But if they want me out, they're gonna have to try harder.
Gucken. Vielleicht ist der hier oben. Ja.
My lord Marcus, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Und dann nach Rutherfords Kollegen. Okay. Dann begeben wir uns jetzt nach Dalamil. Wo wir gleich 2 Quests machen können. Schon wieder 2 Quests machen können. So, Dalamil ist hier.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town yard.
So. Reden wir erstmal mit
Could be I know something
Gehts.
more. What's it worth to you?
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
Yeah.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in 2 places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Gehts.
Tja, sind wir doch locker mutig genug. Das Lagerhaus zu besichtigen. Sind da Auge um Auge. Diener auf Reisen. Okay, dann machen wir erstmal Auge um Auge.
The gentleman of the town. God, are a strapping bunch.
Mummy?
What a mess.
So. Hä? Bin natürlich mal wieder durchs falsche Tor gelaufen. So. Das ist jetzt aber das Richtige. So, das ist doch fast die Stelle, wo wir zum ersten Mal auf diese anderen Banditen da getroffen sind.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Ist jetzt nicht gerade überraschend, dass es eine Falle ist. Wer heilt den denn? Hey. Wer bitte? Wo ist der Heiler? Da. Das ist der Heiler, glaube ich. Aber ich bin immer noch voll. Okay. Das ist nur den erledigen. Ja, shit. Das ist daneben gegangen, die Attacke. Okay, kann nochmal Lebensflamme einsetzen. Nice.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Gehts. Right now.
Okay.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Gehts, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Gehts, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Gehts, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, sir. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Boah. Der hat mal wieder eine harte Wendung sozusagen.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Gehts into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Ja, das sollte man wohl besser nicht sie hintergehen. So, und jetzt haben wir noch die andere Quest. Die ist hier hinten raus. Hat der noch irgendwas?
We haven't seen the last of those bastards. But when they attack again, we'll be ready for them.
Jetzt ist nur noch auf die Banditen bezogen.
trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Na, keine Lebensflamme gerade. Okay, dann. Naja gut, wenn ich jetzt schon mal am Aufladen bin. Dann mache ich eben nochmal Mega Flair. Okay. Das war's.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Ja. Dann steht noch Rutherfords Kollegen. Okay. Dann machen wir das. Nochmal in Nordstadt.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Okay. Das ist schon in der Nähe.
You deserve a rest.
Und stellen wir mal ab.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
So, suchen nach den Banditen, die Rockford angegriffen haben. Okay.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Na, das heißt, da haben wir wieder einen großen, kräftigen. Ach nee, die haben keine Staggerleiste. Okay. Ah doch, der hat doch eine Staggerleiste. Ich wollte gerade sagen, das sieht man den eigentlich schon an. Aber das Prinzip der Kämpfe ist eigentlich relativ ähnlich mit Garuda. Den Stagger runterkriegen. Und dann Schaden machen. Ich glaube, deswegen laden sich die Garuda-Fähigkeiten noch so schnell auf. So, den Banditen bezwungen. So, was hat er jetzt zu sagen?
There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
Okay, das war
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
So. Jetzt gehen wir. Achso, jetzt reisen wir nach Matas Rast zurück. Sprechen mit Rutherford. Ich dachte, das wäre Rutherford, der mit uns der an Dalamil gewartet hat, aber das war ja nur einer seiner Kollegen.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
So, das heißt jetzt zurück zum Hideaway und dann Flareatem. Verringert die Wartezeit bis zum erneuten Einsatz von Flareatem. Das ist, glaube ich, für Bahamut. Ich habe bei Fertigkeiten oder Ausrüstung, gucken wir mal. Ich habe Flareatem. Aber ich finde das mit Lebensflamme, Zeitreduzierung besser. Und wenn ich Torgels Ring rausnehme, muss ich halt Torgel micromanagen. Das ist mir dann, glaube ich, doch zu viel Arbeit. Matas Rast. Fertig. Weltkarte. So, jetzt geben wir noch im Versteck die Quests ab.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Can you blame them, with disguise as they are?
Mal die Küchenmeisterin, genau.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Engelshaube, Weibernleber.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Einige Zeit später. Oh, das
And
sieht
here we
ja,
have it. Fried mortress of Skyworm.
sieht ja gar nicht mal so schlecht aus.
For consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Auch wenn ich persönlich kein Freund von Leber bin, aber ich hätte es mir jetzt schlimmer vorgestellt. Okay.
So, not fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavor and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
So. Jetzt haben wir die Quest abgegeben. Jetzt müssen wir hier noch mit Sharon sprechen.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. Don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Okay, ich habe schon bald wieder Level up. Rauchgefäß ist übersee. Ist das ein Crafting Material? Ich gucke mal.
What do I owe the honor? What do you want?
nichts craften. Muss ich mal im Inventar gucken. Rauchgefäß auf Übersee kann... Ach, okay, das ist ein Andenken.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Was man jetzt für die Nebenquest bekommen hat. So, ich spreche nochmal mit dem... Falsche Seite. Mit dem... Gautier und gucke, ob da noch eine Nebenquest außer der einen, die auch in einem Gebiet ist, wo die Story weitergeht, ist.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
So, keine Republik der Markier, böses Blut, ja.
Think you can help?
So, und bei ihr kann ich...
What
Nein.
you doing? You watch yourself out there, all right?
How may I help you today, Clive?
Zum Stillen.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
So wenig bemühen sich darum, das Elend am Kristallfluch leiden zu lindern, aber wenn es doch das noch auf uns zukommt, überleben wollen, dann müssen wir zusammenhalten. Egal ob Träger oder nicht. Und du bist derjenige, der uns das gelehrt hat.
Here you are.
Der gütige Quigor lehrt uns, wer an Seite der Elenden geht, der dient einem höheren Willen. Wenn wir ihre Worte für wahrnehmen, haben wir kein Recht, einen auf jenem Weg Wandelnden als Geächteten zu bezeichnen. Ein ergebener Diener.
All yours.
Überlegung des Hohepriesters. Hugos Männer sind wir los. Mit ihnen ist auch die Angst in unseren Herzen verschwunden. Von nun an soll der Markt wieder förmlich überquellen vor Freude. Das alles haben wir nur dir zu verdanken. Ein Gewürzhändler aus Dalimil.
Here you are.
Oh, Fertigkeitspunkte haben wir bekommen. Da kann ich natürlich... Jetzt... wollte sagen, da kann ich natürlich auch mal gucken bei Fertigkeiten nochmal. Flair-Atem, aber da meister ich die Sachen nur. Das bringt mir also nichts, es sei denn, ich wollte die jetzt in anderen Sachen einsetzen, in anderen Biles, aber naja, aber eigentlich irgendwie muss ich die Punkte ja mal ausgeben. Hier Limit-Rausch gemeistert. Okay, nee, vergessen will ich es nicht. Ifrit Feuerramme. Na gut, lernen könnte ich sie mal. Und verbessern tun wir sie auch mal. Und dann meistern wir mal Phoenixflug. Ach, das... Okay, das ist nur fürs Meistern von Lebensflamme. Machen wir Krallentanz. Okay, Rochade. Mal lernen. Okay, das sind dann 120.
I pity those in the villages.
Begib dich nach... Ne, schon wieder. Begib dich nach Tabor. So. Da reisen wir jetzt hier mal hin.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
This one. It's over.
Wo sind die Gegner? Also, außer da hinten. Ach, hier unten. Okay. Ja, toll. Aber da komme ich ja nicht dran. So, okay. Jetzt geht's weiter.
Tell us about Yotei, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Stay down. Get him. This one.
Stufe erhöht. Nice. So, Stufe 37. Okay. Nee, der gibt noch keine.
Where are you off to now then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, the old place would be crawling with the works before I'd even set out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
Okay. Aber hier gibt's so eine Nebenquest.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kupka.
Hä? Kupka ist doch schon lange tot.
Rest well, soldier.
War die Quest vielleicht für einen anderen Zeitpunkt gedacht, weil
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
laut Kupka, also ist ja ist ja schon, wie gesagt, länger tot. Die haben wir erledigt. Das war ja Titan. Will aber kein Chocobo töten. Aber nee, das ist ein verwandelter Chocobo. Hey.
Get him! To me, flames! This one. Over here!
Aber wenn ich jetzt erst Level 37 habe und die Gegner haben Level 33, dann frage ich mich, wie viel da an Story noch kommt, weil normales Level, Max-Level für, oder was heißt Max-Level, normales Level fürs Endgame ist ja 60 bei den meisten Final Fantasies.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore. You're Sid.
I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Kann doch kaum stehen. Ja, komm. Nee.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Aber das war mal eine gute Wendung von so einer relativ, also belanglos klingt jetzt hart, aber von einer relativ simplen Quest, aber das hatte man ja schon 1-2 Mal in dem Spiel. Ja, okay. Eigentlich brauche ich die Wildhunde ja nicht. Na, die gehören auch noch dazu.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Sie, seine Begleiterin. Ja, das war die Begleiterin von Joshua. Da ist
My Lord Marquis,
Begleiterin von
it is an
Joshua.
honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Okay. Das ist dran. Währenddessen. Curia, freie Stadt von
But are
Cannes.
we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the council.
Ich will mal gerade was gucken. Freien Städte von Cannes war ein Zusammenschluss von Handelsstädten südöstlich der Republik von Dhalmekia. In der Hoffnung, Abstand von den innenpolitischen Rangeleien Dhalmekias zu nehmen und sich auf seinen florierenden Handel konzentrieren zu können, erlangte die Stadtstaat Canva im Jahre 857 die Unabhängigkeit von der Republik. Die politische Macht liegt beim Rat der Gildenmeister, einflussreichen Händlern und Handwerkern Canvas. Die freien Städte haben weder einen eigenen Dominus noch einen Mutterkristall vorzuweisen, die sie zum Ziel für Eroberungsversuche machen würden. Sie verfügen jedoch über beträchtliche finanzielle Ressourcen, die ihnen ihre Unabhängigkeit sichern, und genießen im Gegensatz zum Rest Valisteas Frieden und Ordnung. Anstelle eines stehenden Heers hängt die Verteidigung daher von einer zwar kleinen, aber doch gut ausgebildeten Stadtwache ab.
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, But I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Ja.
Pathetic creatures.
Barnabas. Sollte man
But
sich
you
nicht
should imagine
einlegen.
yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Wen meint er jetzt mit Mädchen?
Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Weil wer sollte das gerade sein? Außer Jill im Prinzip.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tu isag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Na, würde mich nicht wundern. Wenn bei Jote da doch mehr mitschwingt als Pflichterfüllung.
We are in your debt, Jote.
Let's find our friends.
Wen suchen wir da nochmal? Ich hab's gerade. Aber es zeigt die Quest vermutlich
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Also zu den Freunden. Oh, noch eine... Ne, komm. Ja, Ultima ist klar. Eine ehrliche Haut in Stein gemeißelt.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast... Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Na gut.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Korava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
So, ja. Aber wir hatten doch hier noch eine Quest.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Okay, da oben.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
You there! The strapping lad with the sword. Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant graybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Natürlich.
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
So. Bevor wir jetzt aber mit den Nebenquests weitermachen, mache ich mal ein kleines Päuschen von der Viertelstunde. Und dann sehen wir uns gleich wieder. Also, bis dann. Ja, da bin ich wieder. Und jetzt geht es weiter mit... Ganz kurz noch mal gucken, ob ich eine Nachricht bekommen habe. Nee. Jetzt geht es weiter mit FF16. Und erstmal den Nebenquests. Wir mussten jetzt hier die Inschriften. Untersuchen. Also, ich hoffe, ihr habt die Pause auch genutzt, um euch irgendwie mal zu erfrischen, was zu trinken zu holen, was zu essen zu holen, etc. Und ja. Ihr Nomaden der goldenen Ebenen, schlagt eure Wurzeln in Stein. Diese Felsen sind nun eure Heimat, doch euer Stolz soll unvergessen sein.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
So.
Have you noticed the elder has been coughing less of late?
Yes. I hear Master Seal
Not a scratch on them.
Wir müssen hier einmal rumlaufen, wahrscheinlich.
So these stones to Canva and the rest of the boxes to Dalamo.
Da ist der nächste. Wächter der Mutter, ihr habt den Grundstein gelegt. Wahret ihr heilig Blut, solange der Schrein des Kristalls euch prägt. Der Schrein des Kristalls, also der Schein des Kristalls. Ja, sorry, da habe ich mich verlesen. Und der letzte. Das ist ja auch hier in dem Gebiet. Des östlichen Steins.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as Phoenix down.
Vermutlich hier der Stein. Kinder der Jäger, ihr habt eure Berufung erkannt. Erntet den verheißenen Segen, dankbar und mit fleißiger Hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
So.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Na toll. Müssen wir uns die jetzt... Wächter... Ich glaube, Wächter der Mutter. Ich hoffe mal, das ist richtig.
The crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Reiter auf den verschneiten Hängen. Aber ich habe gar keine Möglichkeit, Nomaden der goldenen Ebenen weiter auf den Fischen. Nomaden der goldenen Ebenen? Ich probier's mal.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it. At least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for.
Nee, das war falsch.
This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Kinder der Jäger, nunmehr im Dienste der Sonne stehend. Kinder der Jäger, ihr habt eure Berufung erkannt. Ja, das war's. Ja, Kinder der Jäger, ihr habt eure Berufung erkannt.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Ja. Dann machen wir mal diesen Alp-Avis fertig.
Beneath the flood, yes. I'm not a stone's throw.
Okay. Die Felder von Korava, da müssen wir vermutlich erstmal in Richtung Hauptquest raus. Sonst dann den Weg bahnen. Ich frage mich, ob wir in den freien Städten von Kamva dann schon auf Barnabas treffen. So, und jetzt... Ich hole erstmal einen Chocobo.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Ja, das ist der richtige Weg zu der Nebenquest, die ich machen will. Nee, die lassen wir. Die lassen wir erstmal sein. Haben eh schon ein Level, das hoch genug ist. Zum Glück haben die nur einen geringen Akkuradius. Da ist der Avis.
Be safe.
Aber erstmal da hinten hin, um das einzusammeln. Ein Heiltrank.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This one. Get him. This one. Every light. Nice try.
Okay, dann habe ich jetzt ein bisschen weniger Schaden gemacht. Okay, hat aber gereicht mit dem Limit. Avishaut. Die dicke geschuppte Haut eines Avis, von dem manche behaupten, er sei älter als die Berge selbst. Höchstwahrscheinlich hatte er aber kaum mehr als ein paar Jahrzehnte auf dem Buckel.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
So, okay, mit der Avishaut zurück. Dann machen wir eine Schnellreise nach Tabor. Ach, da ist er.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. So. Gut, dann geht's mal weiter mit der Hauptgeschichte. Dann holen wir uns mal einen Chocobo, wenn das hier geht.
This is no time to ride.
Nee, hier noch nicht. Ordensschuss, gucken.
Lord Rossfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, Our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
So.
The free cities under siege?
So, jetzt kann ich ein Stück berufen. Jetzt reiten wir mal in die freien Städte. Orkische Schlechte.
Then let us be rid of them.
Nee. Ich reite jetzt durch, also sofern ich es verhindern kann.
This might take a while.
Weil wir sind schon hoch genug im Level.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Der güldene Pfad, okay. Das heißt, wir kommen kurz nach Barnabas Attacke auf die Stadt an.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Die freien Städte von Canver. Aus dem Zusammenschluss bescheidener Dörfer ist ein Bündnis starker Städte geworden, das heute den Großteil des dalmekischen Handels kontrolliert. Alt-Canver, freie Städte von Canver. Speicherquartier.
Sounds like thunder.
Okay, das war das Codewort, oder was?
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
Gav.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Ach, das ist Byron.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Okay, also haben wir jetzt gerade nur mal Torgal, der uns zur Seite steht. Der Untergang.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Okay.
They've been routed.
Okay. Die Klammer haut doch ganz gut rein. Also diese... Ich weiß gar nicht, wie die Attacke heißt. Flair-Atem. Okay. Ach, wir haben da noch... Ist ja fast so wendig wie ein Dragoon. Und der kann sich porten. Ja. Ey, jedes Mal, wenn ich Garuda-Fähigkeit zünden will, dann... So, aber noch ein Stagger und er sollte weg sein. Wenn er sich jetzt nicht die ganze Zeit teleportieren würde. So, das sollten wir auch so üben. So. Ey, ich wollte gerade aufladen. Ihr bleibt mir schön vom Leib. Bis ich meinen Mega-Flare fertig habe. So, jetzt. Okay. Aber ich glaube, das ist... Ich meine, ich könnte mich jetzt irren, aber das ist, glaube ich, der erste Final Fantasy Teil, wo wir mal namentlich Orks als Gegner haben. Der ist schon längst tot und wird einfach noch durch meine Attacke durch die...
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
Na komm. Falscher Knopf. Okay. So. Ich dachte jetzt käme, weil der so zäh war, da käme irgendein Abschlussscreen noch. Aber da kommen noch mehr. So.
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Und noch mehr Orks. Nochmal mega Flair. Wenn mich die Hunde nicht erwischen. Oder oh, ein netter Riesenork. Ja, du teleportierst dich natürlich auch noch. Ist klar. Oh ja. Und dann noch ein Laserstrahl. Okay. Den habe ich nicht. Oh nein, 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 nein. Super drin. Das war... Na, komm. Komm schon, komm schon, komm schon. Jetzt noch LB drauf.
Where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
So, nochmal das eine ist bestimmt ein Heiltrank. Ein Supertrank. Okay, dann haben wir den Supertrank schon zurück. Und ein Heiltrank auch wieder voll. Bosskampf Arena. Ich speichere nochmal. Ich habe schon ewig nicht mehr gespeichert, fällt mir gerade auf. Naja, oder doch kein Bosskampf. So, nee. Eigentlich. Ach, man kann auch ausweichen. Ja, komm. Das war jetzt ein bisschen übertrieben. Mega Flair. Ja. Gut. Lebensflamme reinballern.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Okay, wer ist das jetzt?
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Ja, das
You
glaube
were
ich
in my
auch.
family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not.
As long as you don't hold back.
Over here! Too slow. This one. Too slow. Nice try. Get him. Nice try. Get him.
Aber irgendwie glaube ich, das hier ist erst die Aufwärmrunde. Ey, warum müssen die sich jedes Mal teleportieren? Also die Gegner. Also der Gegner in dem Fall. Aber der Ork ja auch schon. Gerade wenn man seine Garuda-Attacke anbringen will, dann...
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes!
Let's try. Get it! Nice try. Over here! This one.
So. Okay, da hat er mich erwischt.
Actually, I wouldn't. Nice try.
Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Too slow. Nice try. Enjoying yourself?
Ich hoffe ja, dass sie sich beim Kampfsystem für zukünftige Final Fantasies entweder hier an 16 oder an 7 Remake orientieren. Weil da gibt es ein ganz gutes Video vom Night Sky Prince, wo er analysiert, ja, ich konzentriere mich erstmal auf den Kampf. Mir jetzt zur Hälfte. Aber um das abzuschließen, wo er analysiert, warum Final Fantasy, die jüngeren Teile von so vielen Leuten, als schlechter empfunden wurden als die alten, und das hat unter anderem damit zu tun, dass es dass die letzten Teile keine wiederkehrenden Elemente mehr so wirklich hatten, sondern alles neu gemacht haben. Und 16 wäre ja mal eine gute Blaupause. Hey, okay. Ich konzentriere mich jetzt. Ja. Ich. Ey, jetzt hänge ich hier in der Ecke fest. So, jetzt mache ich den noch einmal in den Stagger und dann ziehe ich mein Limit. Sollte reichen. Berauscht erhalten. Besiege 20 Gegner mit Limitrausch kämpfen. Okay. Gerade klingelt mein Telefon. Ein Alarm. So. Ja. Nächste Mal.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Das nächste Mal mache ich jetzt nicht. Fange ich jetzt nicht mit dem Kampf einfach an.
As are you, I see.
Über Sachen zu reden.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Okay. Nehmen wir uns jetzt gleich Barnabas auch noch vor. Okay. Okay, der ist vielleicht doch noch eine Nummer zu groß für Clive.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Okay. Ach, das nächste Icon Battle.
Try it.
Oh oh.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Okay.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Hoffentlich geht's Jill auch gut. Einige Zeit später. Stadtrand, Freistätte von Canberra. Die Metallwerke.
Will you be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Okay, da sind noch neue Nebenquests aufgeploppt. Ein Lied der Hoffnung.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
Oh, indeed.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Okay, müssen wir in Mids Werkstatt. Aber wenn Mid die Seiten hat in der Werkstatt, dann hätte uns das ja auch gleich sagen können, eigentlich.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Okay.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Mit der Doll. Ich weiß, du magst Rätsel, also gefällt dir das vielleicht auch. Deine erste Erfindung ist unsere Verbindung. Mein Schatz ruht in deinen und alles ist im Reinen. An der letzten Zeile muss ich wohl noch ein wenig feilen, aber vielleicht kommst du ja trotzdem darauf, wo ich meine beste Erfindung versteckt haben könnte. Kleiner Hinweis, dein Erstlingswerk könnte alle Baden dieser Welt arbeitslos machen. Viel Glück, dein Paps.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Okay, wieder zurück zu Otto. Ich muss gerade noch was gucken. Ich habe eine Nachricht bekommen. So, dann sprechen wir mal mit Otto. So. Dann sprechen wir nochmal mit Otto.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
So, untersuche das Orchestrion. Ach, das Orchestrion ist doch auch das, wo wir unsere Musik abspielen können.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Dafür, für den Kontext ist jetzt aber dann auch die Nebenquest wichtig, die wir vorher gemacht haben. Weil sonst wüssten wir nicht, dass die Kinder Mids Lehrlinge sind.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Schwarzes Blut.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
So, wir haben jetzt wieder einige Nebenquests zu machen. Und ich glaube, es sind jetzt schon gute... Also nicht ganz 5 Stunden, aber ich werde jetzt mal einen Cut machen für heute und bedanke mich fürs Zusehen. Und falls ihr es noch nicht getan habt, dann lasst doch ein Follow da und habt die Glocke aktiv, damit ihr immer wisst, wann wir live gehen. Ich denke, ich werde morgen weitermachen mit Final Fantasy 16. Ich werde noch mal gucken, wann ich dann anfange. Ob ich wieder 14 Uhr anfange oder später, das weiß ich noch nicht. Aber da könnt ihr uns auch auf Twitter bzw. X folgen oder unserem Discord beitreten. Dann bekommt ihr immer mit, wann... Also da posten wir dann... wann wir auch live gehen. Und ja, genau. Also dann, ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Abend. Macht es gut. Wir sehen uns. Ciao, Leute.